Oh, hello. What's up, everybody? It is Tuesday night and is ready to get into a brand new one. We are going back and going forward at the same time. Daredevil's back, born again, and we're about to get into it. I absolutely loved the first time around, and I'm excited to see where it goes this time. Oh, Fix can fix it. What's happening tonight, fandom? We ready to get into some Daredevil?
Yo, what is good, everyone? What is good? The only reason why I support Fisk because he fixed that damn pothole. Come to New York City and see those amount of potholes there, and
Son,
tell
look,
me someone shouldn't go damn fix them.
saying.
That just seems like such a simple thing, but something tells me it's going to be a problem. Oh, we're going to talk about all things Daredevil, and we're going to be talking about it with the one and only Dark Devil. How we doing tonight, AK?
I am here. I am very much looking forward to this discussion on with different perspectives. You know, me and Meeks did episodes 1 and 2 last week, and we had a blast. So I'm very interested in hearing what the homies here have to say about these eps.
Nice. What channel are you doing that on?
On mine,
AK's channel, y'all. Make sure you're
AK Watch.
subscribed to AK Watch. Make sure you get there, and you're doing that on Mondays.
Yes. And at some point in time next week, we'll factor in the Wheel of Time because that's coming up too. But yeah. Interview of the Vampire season 2, The Wheel of Time season 3, and Daredevil Born Again season 1 is what we're covering for this month and probably into next month.
There you go. If you're watching any of those, get at it. AK Watch, make sure you're subbed. But right now, we're about to talk about Daredevil Born Again, Season 1, Episode 1, Heaven's Half Hour. And it was nice getting reacquainted with the characters again. Like, they all seem to be happy and in a good place. But you just know with this being Daredevil, that's not going to last long. It is about to go sideways quick. And after work, they make their way to a favorite bar where another officer is having a retirement party. And we hear him mention like another vigilante, like right out the gate. So like one who seems to be like on the same page as Daredevil. What's up, fandom? Have you ever heard anything about the White Tiger before this episode?
Hell no. I thought you were just like the cousin of the Black Panther or something. So I'm like, hey.
Wakanda. Did you know anything about it, AK?
I did. I did have to go and look up some more information because I recognize the name, but it's been many moons since I've read those comics. So yeah, I think it's very interesting how they put this character in, especially like right out the gate. So yeah, I don't want to go past where we are on the outline.
Yeah, I'm a fandom. I knew nothing about it. I know nothing about it, so I'm excited to see where it goes. And yeah, they can't mess up any storylines because I don't know any. But at the party, Foggy gets a call from Benny, a round the way fuck up that he has a soft heart for, and he's even letting stay at his house right now. Which, Foggy, what are you doing? And Benny says there's an intruder there to get him, but like Foggy just thinks he's kind of tripping and just kind of in his own head. But Matt overhears this and instantly springs into action. And it was funny, like when they showed that shot of him like killing the fly with the paperclip, I literally said out loud, "Bullseye." And then they immediately show like a black glove with a bullseye on it.
Yeah.
Damn, guess I called that. Oh, you know anything about Bullseye, fandom?
Yeah, he was in season 3 of Daredevil. So that and the freaking a travesty live adaptation Daredevil like we freaking had with Ben Affleck. Oh my gosh. Why, Lord? Why? But yeah. So but yeah. I was surprised that they actually like, brought him back, even just like, for it was just like well, I don't know if we're gonna have him more for the rest of the season. But for this season, like Shot of the Dark, like, oh, we're gonna have Bullseye again. I guess it's just like, reconnect to like back with the whole Marvel Netflix show. It's like, oh yeah, remember this character, that character. So we're just gonna like wrap things up and whatnot. But damn, what he did in the freaking first like scene was just crazy.
He's super abled with marksmanship, but I don't remember I don't remember him having like superpowers.
No, it's not actual superpowers. He is just really, really a good shot.
Yeah.
I did
touch
base with what fandom just said though. That travesty of a movie. I was glad when not Daredevil, but in Deadpool and Wolverine, when we saw Elektra Nachios come back, the Jennifer Gardner route. I am all for bringing her into the multiverse because yes.
Oh yeah, Elektra, that was bad. That would be great. Oh man, but yeah, I was just like, I mean, I guess it wasn't that far, and I guess it could happen, but how did he get tossed off a roof and live? Like,
Oh, but he had those enhancements in
Well,
that surgery though, so it made sense for that.
his I think his skeletal form is what they strengthened
Mhm.
somehow. Not like with Wolverine, but they gave him something to like make his bones more dense or something. So
Yeah.
he got hurt. He did go splat. He just didn't die.
Right. Oh, it was cool to see Matt spring into action, but when did he become Spider-Man? He literally looked like Spider-Man swooping through Hell's
What you mean? He's always like that.
I've never seen
He's
that.
literally the parkour expert of Hell's Kitchen. What do you mean?
Parkour, but he was swooping around with that new little, like his own little spider web holder cane rope. I don't know. He was literally being Spider-Man through the hell of dying. But once on the rooftop, he hears Foggy get a hold of Benny and hears Benny apologize, saying he just wanted to know where you were. So Matt rushes back, but he's too far away, and Foggy got shot in the back. Foggy, no. Oh my God, and poor Karen, just always right in the right spot to be getting blood splattered all over her face. Like, this poor girl can't get out of the way.
First it was like the priest, and now Foggy. I'm like, yo, Karen, step away, son. Yeah, you're bad luck here now.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, has she not suffered enough to where it had to be her right there? Like, I was not surprised what happened when we see where she ended up. And I do think that's absolutely Feige giving us a breadcrumb. It's like, hey, did y'all hear where she said she went? Did y'all hear that? Okay, just remember. I just want to make sure that y'all heard that she was over there in Cali, because we know who else is over there right now.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
She-Hulk?
And that's also where Matt just got back from a little bit ago.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't to see Karen.
Yeah.
I almost wore a She-Hulk shirt tonight just because of that. Almost. Maybe next time. What I didn't understand was this is Bullseye. Like, after he shot Foggy, he shot 2 more times, killing the guys that had just come outside. Were those shots meant for Karen? Because this guy really doesn't miss.
Yeah, it seemed like it was mainly meant for Karen. Or not Karen, just like, I don't know, maybe also Foggy too.
Well, I mean, he had already killed Foggy, and then he kills those other 2, but Karen had kind of just moved out of the way where they came out of. So was he trying to shoot Karen and she just happened to move, or what happened with that?
Yeah, I think it was just it was exactly that. It was just coincidence, because he's a good shot, and if you looked at where that landed, he would have hit her, but she just happened to move into safety, and it didn't. I will say though, I'm still kind of on the fence with it being actually meant for her, because yes, absolutely it could be, but this could have also been just a random smoke screen to say, hey, there were other randoms at the bar that were shot or hurt in some way, shape, or form. Not that it was specifically to go after these lawyers.
Because I did read in the comics, Bullseye does kill Karen, so it's like, I don't know if we're just like, okay, for the TV series, we're just going to switch it up, or Karen truly was the real target.
I figured they were going to start with something dramatic, and I actually thought it was going to be flipped. I thought it was going to be Karen that got shot right away, and then they did it to Foggy instead. Just, how are you going to take Foggy out? Come on now.
Toss one out for our homie, the greatest enforcer of the Mighty Ducks that ever there was. If y'all don't remember, Foggy was absolutely Fuller, or was it Fuller or Fulton? What he was another F. Over there in the younger years on the ice in Mighty Ducks.
Unless he ain't dead and they faking his death.
I don't know about that. They might put him in that black pit or whatever that brings people back. I don't think he did that either. It looked like they let's spin
that bit of tinfoil. I agree with you. I don't think it would be putting him into the MCU Lazarus pit. I think it could be an extremely detailed overall story arcs for this phase of the MCU to fake his death, and somewhere in between they did like a Will from Stranger Things. They switched the body, and I don't know, random superhero traveling through time pulls Foggy in for some random reason. I don't know. I'm just spitting tinfoil because I kind of like where Phantom's Brother was going right there.
Cable shows up, except for we saw the funeral, so that I don't know. Well, I guess we didn't see the funeral. We saw the.
There's also a multiverse, so it's like, hey, we can always get another Foggy.
That's what I'm saying. Like we're already getting other verse Doctor Doom, who is actually Tony Stark. So I feel like they could absolutely pull him into something else.
But this Foggy could be like a prosecutor and a dickhead, and then Matt's gonna be like, "Damn, I lost my Foggy to get a new one who is a dickhead prosecutor." So who knows? That could be a new thing. You heard it here, folks.
I agree. Yeah. We spun that bullshit reaching tinfoil first.
Of course, in regular Daredevil fashion, there had to be smoke bombs. Like, wouldn't be a Daredevil fight if they didn't skew the view a bit. And usually, it's just like putting 20 people in a hallway and having them go ham. But this episode, we got the smoke grenades in the bar. Bullseye is nice with his knife game, but like, why were they sticking in Matt's suit? I thought that suit was bulletproof.
Well, I mean, bulletproof doesn't necessarily mean knife proof. I think it's a completely different type of Kevlar for that, but also it still protected him because we remember who made that suit, so it's versatile and geared a bit more towards bullets, I think, but it's not an issue for knives to be used. It can be pierced, I guess, but it's not going to be able to penetrate completely unless it's maybe like Crocodile Dundee ×2 knife that tries to slice it.
No, that's a knife.
Bullseye didn't he wear Daredevil suits? Wouldn't he know what kind of knives or anything would be beneficial to even pierce it?
That's a good point.
Make some type of a damage.
That's a great point.
Possibly, but Daredevil has also been gone for a while, and as far as we know, Bullseye hasn't been doing that much from the last time that we saw him. So maybe his shit is just outdated.
Yeah, maybe he has a new suit. I don't know. Who knows? But did you see after Daredevil threw him through that door, and he got back up, the female cop hit him with a pool stick, and he just grabbed that pool ball without even looking, and just whipped it backwards right in her face. I was like, damn, that was such a sick detail. I didn't even see that on the first time through, but when I was writing it, I had to watch that a couple times. Never even looked back, just grabbed the pool ball, whipped it back right in her face. I was
like, he didn't have time for the dissertation right there. He had to keep moving.
That was amazing. When they were on the roof at one point, it looked like Bullseye was going to jump, but Matt pulled him back. Why? He just set up and killed your best friend. Why wouldn't you just let the man die? Because he wanted to be
so he could have that vengeance. But also, even if he would have jumped off, he wouldn't have died. He'd have been very hurt, but he still would have we still would have gotten the same outcome.
I have to rewatch season 3 because why did he again wanting to go after all these people though, going after Foggy and Karen potentially, and even continuing to fight Daredevil? Wasn't his beef at the end against Fisk for killing his girl after Daredevil already told him?
Yeah, I don't know. I need to rewatch that too and see what.
Yeah, I forget what exactly his beef was too.
But yeah,
I know Fisk just manipulated him.
Right.
And then he started working for Fisk, and then Daredevil told him the whole truth and crap. But
I still low-key think Fisk ordered that, even though he's denying it. I think he did.
I mean, he's not denying it.
At least manipulated the situation.
The way how he was answering it and not answering, oh, was it you who ordered it? And he, a true politician, he didn't answer the question.
Exactly. Well, it doesn't take long, and once he knew Foggy had drawn his last breath, Matt just drops Bullseye right off the side of the building. And what I wasn't expecting was for Bullseye to wake up a few minutes later. Like I said, is he going to end up being supernatural in this series? But you think it's just because what they did to his bones, so that tracks. We'll just go with that for now. But after the credits,
how tall is that building? Do you remember?
I know it had to be more than 4 flights.
Yeah,
well, it looked like it was only 4. About 5.
Yeah, it was 5 flights up. That's what I thought. That's quite a drop.
It is a hell of a drop, but I think even a regular human could survive that. They'd be hurt. There would be all types of broken bones, and depending on how you landed, if you're one of those lucky folks that can very quickly hold your weight and crouch in the land to get rid of that kinetic energy, maybe you wouldn't be hurt. But the normal person, it's survivable. They just gonna be on bed rest for the better part of the next year to recover.
They're gonna be fucked up. After the credits, we jump to a year later, and the news says there's a bunch of people in the race for upcoming the mayoral election, and that almost overnight, a bunch of colorful and proactive murals showed up. So is the artwork in the murals going to be like some kind of clue for what's happening in the show, fandom?
From what I heard in like behind the scenes, that's supposed to like foreshadow like the upcoming villain for the season. So
Really?
that's all I know.
Really? Have you heard anything, AK?
Say that again real quick, please.
There's just
Like,
a bunch of
who are you asking about?
The news said that there's a bunch of murals, like colorful and proactive murals that are showing up all over the city. So I'm like, is the artwork going to be a thing or some kind of clue of what's happening in the show? And Fandom said he heard that's like a clue for a new villain coming up. I was wondering, what do you think about that?
That is possible. I think we do see some graffiti being filled out a little more, and it is Fisk, but there's also another face there. So I like the part of it being like a villain that's in the open. We may have already seen this person. We just haven't seen the deviousness that Fisk has, paid him to do, basically.
Yeah, I like how they opened on Fisk. He was like upside down, kind of showing the backwards, upside down state that the city is in right now. Like where the most notorious thug on the streets actually has a chance of being elected mayor.
Mm-hmm.
Cool visual. He goes to tell Vanessa he seems to be estranged from, and I guess he was. He said he had to like step away for a while. He was like shattered and need to build himself back up. But these two would be the serious, just ultimate power couple. Like, are they going to make it and be okay by the end of this series, fandom?
Oh, you see how awkward that was? The moment how the meeting just abruptly just ended, him talking to her, it's like, what the hell?
Oh,
buddy.
What's that?
She is full on in her kingpin, or queen pin, as it were. Because if you notice, when he walked in, he's just wearing a regular suit, and that's very different from his usual MO. Even in Echo, we saw there was always that bit of class in his clothing, even if he had those loud Hawaiian shirts every now and then. And now here it's Vanessa that's all in white and running the show, and he comes in and disrupts that shit.
Oh, it showed how much the Five Crime family still feared and respect him. Like, he did not have to say one other word than Vanessa. They all stood we see who you came to talk to, and they bounced. I was like, fear that man.
That it's fair, but it is also a bit of also just shows where Vanessa is right now, and that's a huge change. Because she was not about this life at all the last time we saw her, if I remember it correctly.
No, not at all. I mean, she was into it.
And now she's running the show.
I think it made her mad that he had that much influence to be ruining her meeting like that. But I also think it got her a little hot. Like, it was a little reminder of the extremely powerful man she fell in love with in the first place. But yeah, that's it. That was crazy.
I think it pretty much she was like forced to do it because didn't Matt say that if you continue doing this shit, I'll pin everything on Vanessa. So it almost like forced it to the point where it's like, all right, I'm going to step back, but then Vanessa's going to take over. But in reality, it's still me in the shadows.
Oh, of course. Then they show a little YouTube vlogger out there on the streets interviewing New Yorkers, and it seems like the general consensus is that people like Daredevil and want him back. So,
yep,
they want the original.
Hey, what's this, young man? Heidi?
What's that?
Oh, hold on. No, look in the chat, sir. How dare you?
I told him
no spoilers. I haven't seen the episode. Cut that out. You know we always be in the spoiler zone.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Good to see you, bro.
He said it. So what'd you say about that, fandom? What New Yorkers want their vigilantes?
Yeah, was that a crack on Spider-Man? Like, what the hell is Spidey doing up in here?
Exactly.
I mean, that's the question. What is he doing? He's literally just next door.
Oh, so morbid. But was I the only one, like when Matt was on the stand saying justice won't be served because he'll never see Foggy again, thinking you won't be seeing anybody, you blind motherfucker? Like, what are you
doing? I knew you were going to say something.
Rudeness.
And when he said that too, I was thinking it, but at the same time, like, come on, I'm like, yo, writers.
David will recognize this phrase. Like, your ass dies past me. No, sir. You will remove all of that from your memory banks. Excuse me, jury of the chat. You are instructed to scourge and go full scorched earth on that memory. You heard nothing. You stop that right now, sir.
That's that movie.
Even though Matt isn't wrong when he said that, so it's like because he could he's not like
exactly
right.
But they don't know that. We, the audience, know, but
yeah, stop it.
Karen was in no mood to talk to Matt. He left her high and dry after the Foggy's death, and I don't know, but don't people need to grieve in their own way? Like Fisk had to take his time to mentally recover, and it sounds like Matt did as well. So, was it right for him?
Yeah, but communication, though.
That part. It's Uncle C and Auntie Nisi all over again, where this man just holds off, absconds onto his boat for the better part of several months after they've lost both their babies. So, no, communication. If you need to go, then absolutely. No one's going to fault you for all the trauma that you have in this city now. So, yeah, go on there, get yourself together. When you need me, call. And I'll call you if necessary. Let's work together. Try to push past all this. He didn't do that. He lost himself in his grief and then got mad at her for leaving to grieve on her own. Like basically, he forced her to. You mad because she don't want to sit and have a cup of coffee with you, bruh? Do better, Matt. Do better.
And it's not like he's the only one that lost Foggy. She also lost Foggy. And in that situation, he literally died in her arms. Like she couldn't do nothing. Like, come
blood
on, man.
splatter on her face.
No, that's ruthless. But that's his best friend too. I mean, was it right for him to ignore her? Absolutely not. But it's not like he did it on purpose. He was grieving. Like he's still grieving. I mean, people grieve.
Yeah, because he's. I just noticed. I think it was episode 2. He's still holding the the funeral memorial on paper on him. I was like, damn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. A year later, holds it with him. Yeah, of course. I mean, that tore him up. That's his best friend. So, I mean, he was probably just like Fisk, shattered. There's just nothing he could do. So I don't know. That's a tough one. But yeah, I mean, she is too, and you're supposed to be friends, so you should be there for each other. That's a tough one. That is a tough one. Mm. What's up, fandom? Is it like Chris Brown be singing? These girls ain't loyal. At first. At first, I was like, what is that little trinket Karen left on the bench? But then I realized it was, did you get it? Did you know what that was that she gave him?
Yeah, it's a piece of the mask, the horn.
I saw, yeah. Mm-hmm. I saw that the second time through, but I didn't even know. Did you understand that the first time through? I didn't get what that was at first.
Really? Yeah. Immediately. I knew what that was.
No way. I had no idea. I was like, what?
When I saw that, I was like, well, damn, it's been a year. That thing was still around in Josie's freaking bar on the side somewhere.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was just.
I mean, well, Josie could have had it sitting literally at the edge of the storage space that it is the bar where all the glasses and drinks and whatnots are, and they frequent that spot, so. She probably spotted it and knew where it was. Or I think it's also plausible that Jody told her that it was there. And she went back and got it. And that was her final farewell to the Devils of Hell's Kitchen and all of her New York lace trauma.
Yeah. What's up, AK? Is Karen just not having it now because actually we don't know about it, but she's actually seeing somebody back west right now that she needs to get back to? It's too late, Matt. This is a year later and I'm already seeing somebody. Or are they going to end up hooking up by the end of the series?
I don't think the hookup is going to happen. I know I think we were shipping them a bit before, but Matt, to me, very clearly has a type. And we every time we've seen him, you could say there's ranges from maybe half a shot of mocha, like his current Lady Boo right now. Who is played by a Latina. And then we have the voluptuous Misty Knight, a black police officer, the night nurse, a black Latina. Who else is there? There's someone else that I'm missing off that list.
Electra?
I remember him now. Who?
Electra,
yes. Also, she's Greek.
Okay.
According to Wikipedia.
Not you, Alexis. Oh my gosh. Amazon.
Oh,
Nobody asked you, Alexa.
just when Matt thinks things can't get any worse, he hears later that night that Wilson Fisk is now running for mayor. And in Fisk's inner circle is one Daniel Blade. This kid is over the moon to be on the squad, like almost a little too excited. Is he going to be an undercover plant or just a huge Hisk stand? What do you think, AK?
I think he's absolutely a plant, and I can't remember if me and Meeks called it out specifically on the screen, but what I'm thinking is he's a part of that organization that stole Jennifer's DNA in She-Hulk. And that's why he's there. He's so overly enthusiastic. Like I think very much has studied Fisk. And I mean, if you even look at him, he kind of resembles Fisk in his younger years. Big, he's a chunky, stout guy. He's got ambition. It seems like he's pulled himself up from the streets of nothing, obscurity, to now he's jumping the gun. He got 2,000 signatures for the petition, and he was cheap. So that says to Fisk that he put that work in just for the grind itself. And he's trying to make himself better. And that is something that I think this kid has studied meticulously about Fisk. And he did that purposely because now Fisk sees him. And he's already started bringing him into the circle. So I think that was very calculated. We'll see how it goes, though. I could be off my rocker.
How do you feel about that, Phantom?
I don't think he's a plant. I think he's just a fanboy.
But
I too thought for a second, like I had to go back on IMDb, and I was like, is this the same little kid that played young Fisk in season 1? And he just brought him back because he just kind of looks like him.
Oh, this is
has it been that many years for that kid to have grown that much?
This is Tony Soprano's kid. That's James Gandolfini's son.
Yeah. That's right.
But I didn't see that, so that's a show I got to add later.
Yeah. The chat had pointed that out to me.
Oh, you never saw Sopranos?
I forgot.
Nah.
Oh my goodness.
I know about Sopranos, but I never watched the whole thing all the way through. Wow. I do need to go back and do it.
One of the literally top 3 greatest series ever created. But yeah, I actually like what AK was saying because that kind of ties in when he was talking to the BB report girl, and she was getting ready to go into the office, and he's like, "Are you just stupid or an agent or what?" And he kind of like, I don't know what I am, maybe both or what. I was like, that's what made me think he was a plan or something. But I love the way you take it even farther and could be part of this.
She tripped him up with that, I think. He thought that he had the upper hand there, and then she let him know, and also she very subtly curbed him. Like, we can have a great work benefits relationship. Yeah. Immediately shut that shit down because you know why he was trying to stay in contact with her. That's not her MO here. No, she has a very specific purpose. And Fisk, again, her ingenuity and how she went about asking those questions so smoothly, he sees her. And he said, I have a feeling that she is very used to being underestimated.
Oh, yeah.
So he knows he needs to watch her, not just because she's absolutely here to clock you for the revenge, but also, she a go-getter, just like her uncle that she's named for.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Ben.
Then over at Matt's new office, her partner asked to meet a new client for her, and he asked if it was malpractice, and I'd say it absolutely was, since she was definitely malpracticing setting up these two on that blind date. Like neither of them were happy about it. But it looks like Kirsten knew exactly what she was doing because the two end up hitting it off like peas and carrots. If these two work out, is that the end all of any chances of him and Karen ever getting together, Phantom?
Hell no, because the show just loves putting Karen and Matt back together. So hopefully, unless they kill her off.
Oh,
I don't think they will.
They already took Foggy. They can't take them both, can they?
Of course.
No. When have you ever seen them really be that hard hitting with their deaths? Nah, they knew what Foggy meant to us. They're not gonna take Karen, especially since they sent her to California.
All up in the fields. So funny hearing the different New Yorkers take on Fisk. Like they all know the cruel things that he's done, and some are just repulsed by him, while others absolutely love it. Like Matt decides it's time for a little meeting, so they head to a coffee shop for a quick catch up. And I love the callback, to Echo. He's like, when he asked about kids, Fisk said, "Oh, I tried to mentor one once, but it didn't work out." That's like, yeah,
bro, did she shoot you in the face, bro?
that was
Like, didn't you piss her off enough for her to shoot you in the face?
That was like another, and that slap I think hurt just as bad. He did not appreciate that little.
And that's where you saw his demeanor change. And
100%.
Yes, Fisk is absolutely still in there. Matt is calling it correctly. The chief of police is calling it correctly, and I know we're gonna get to him. But yeah, this is Fisk. In his most, I want to say maybe most dangerous game of towing the line and making the people that he knows he fucked over in some way still either comply or come around to his side. And like he said to Matt, it's not entirely terrible that we're seeing you again. How you doing? Yeah, I mean, I see you done changed up, you done upgraded a little bit. Your uniform ain't been out in quite some time. You're doing the good work. The people see you. I see you. And Matt gives it back like, your gait is lighter, bro. You done lost some weight
and put on muscle.
You got some muscle on there. I see you out here.
Nice, yeah. Did you notice a couple times though while talking in the diner, the screen kind of phased in like these weird lights for a second? It happened twice. Once when Fisk said, "You can see that, can't you?" And then a few seconds later when talking about the future.
I think that's a reference not only to his sonar with his eyes, but also to that inner danger, daredevil spidey sense that he has. He knows, obviously, Fisk is still the shitbag that he thinks he is. He's just a lot better at hiding it now.
Yeah, pretty much. Because he was trying to pretty much interrogate him and catch him in a lie, which he barely has. Again, he's been a good politician. So every time I ask him a question, it was this response, that response. It's like, he's like, well, shit, at least it's some good coffee I'm having here.
Yeah, exactly. And I think it's the same MO he uses to suss out what's going on with Hector once we get to that.
I don't know. It almost seemed like some interdimensional, like some other Marvel universe trying to peep through or something. That was weird.
I think with this show, I'm not sure. I can't remember if they did it that much in the Netflix series, but I think with Disney, I think that's how they're doing it, just to highlight it more with his powers.
Maybe. The meeting ends with the two threatening what will happen if the other steps out of line. So I don't know. Who do you think is going to break first? Is Fisk going to show and break law first, or is Daredevil going to be Daredevil first? What do you think, AK?
It really can go either way.
Yeah.
I think actually no. Ultimately, looking at what's going to be the timeline, I think, and I don't know everything exactly, but I think it's going to be Matt that jumps back into the suit next. But there's going to be very heavy reasons that he does so. I hope this isn't putting the new Latina Bay on the chopping block, because when Matt gets too happy, somebody in his circle got to go to make sure he stays in that defender mode so he can go and fight when the fight needs to happen. So, but it's plausible the other side could skew some shit too. I don't know. I think it's gonna mostly boil down to Matt, and then Fisk is going to use that like, gotcha, bitch. That's the leg up that I needed. You shouldn't have fucked around. I gotta let you find out.
Well, while out on a date with Heather, Matt hears that Fisk has indeed been elected to mayor. So weird how often TV reflects reality, like almost spooky sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But why didn't Vanessa go in to celebrate with her husband? Like, I'm sure everybody knows that they're still married. How come she was staying so far away from him during the? Is it just because
she's her side piece? That's why.
What evidence do we have of that, sir?
She literally said near the end of the episode, "Don't kill him."
She admitted it. He said, "I know about him," and she's like, "Don't kill him."
Wait, you're okay. I'm sorry. You're talking about Vanessa. I thought you were talking about White Tiger. My bad.
Oh no,
Vanessa. Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Shit. You know what? I misinterpreted that scene. When me and Meeks were talking about it, I thought that she was specifically saying, "Don't kill Daredevil" on that old beef shit. But you're right. I forgot. Yeah, I forgot to take in.
It was on the rewatch too, where I got confused too. But on a rewatch, I was like, "Wait a second, hold up."
Look here, Omni Fisk. You've been gone for how long? And I feel like this woman has a right to go and get her needs taken care of is necessary. You left her. Remember that. She was sitting by your hospital bed while you were in recovery. You woke up and decided to just leave her in that chair and left. So fuck you. You don't get to intimidate her on that.
Yeah, I was wondering when they met up in secret up on that roof, like just how long have they been separated exactly? Like he just starts off saying he knows, like I said, cheating on him, but I don't know. How big are the balls on that guy? Like cheating with Wilson Fisk's wife? I mean,
this is how you know he's a changed man. Because the moment he would have learned that, it would have been game for that guy.
Oh, it's game over anyway.
Been no conversation. It
care
would have been on site. Yeah, I agree. On site.
No, the changed man is going to therapy. Old Fisk, dead.
Yeah. The changed man's going to therapy, and we haven't seen it yet, but methinks old boy is definitely 6 feet under already. But, that's just not something he's going to deal with. I'm not buying that for 2 seconds. That man is gone. If he's not gone yet, his days are numbered 100%. The second he gets mad and needs to release some energy, I mean anything, he's like, you did not have the nerve to sleep with my wife? Are you nuts? Yeah, his Fisk acceptance speech goes out over the airwaves. Heather kisses Matt for the first time, and it was sad to see him like more interested in what Fisk was saying in his speech than he did in that first kiss. Like, does this relationship have any shot whatsoever, or is he always just going to be too into Karen? Okay.
That is whose relationship going to have what?
It seemed like when the Heather kissed Matt for the first time, he was more interested in hearing Fisk's acceptance speech as mayor. So I'm like, if that's the case, does this relationship have any chance whatsoever, or is he always just going to be too into Karen to really care about Heather?
No, I think it definitely does have a chance. I mean, he does still care for Karen, but I don't think those romantic feels are there anymore. I think his nervousness maybe may not be the right word, but he's anxious because of he knows what Fisk is. And he knows this, he almost seems like he wants to do the right thing, but I can't look past the shit that he's already done. And I feel like Matt is correct on that.
Also, we see this the secret graffiti artist striking again. So it looks like they are indeed going to be in part of this storyline. Like, were you able to make out who the other image was behind Fisk in that mural fandom?
Oh, I thought they were like both of them were Fisk. It's like the politician Fisk, and then it's like the real Fisk.
I like that. I love that because it did kind of look like another. So I couldn't tell. I love that though, because I was kind of wondering. I was wondering if they were just going to kind of show his face added to the Mount Rushmore or whatever. Just again trying to parallel something.
I wouldn't put it past them.
Just to really push the narrative, they show Fisk up on the rooftops above the rubble and plebs like the true king of New York, while Matt walks the ground among the people. And then Matt hears people crying for help, but he just stays put. Like, it's not his job anymore. So how long do you think that lasts until he dons that suit again, AK?
How long until he puts the suit back on? It's maybe 1 or 2 more episodes. I don't know what's going to happen, what the circumstance will be, but he's going to be like, okay, you know what? That's enough. Let me remind you who the fuck I am.
I feel like they're first going to show Fisk doing a great job and actually start to clean the city up a little bit, which is going to drive Matt insane. And then, maybe Matt will just have to snap. And I don't know. He's going to end up making Matt look bad. Like, he'll end up putting the suit on at the wrong time and then get caught doing something bad. And then it's really bad. And then Fisk will look bad. That'll look bad. Yeah. Fisk will look like the good guy, and that's really going to drive Matt insane. I can see that happening.
Yeah, but Matt has to worry now because with him, like Fisk has been saying it in his marital campaigns, it's like don't register the superheroes to the Soviet Courts, wherever it is, Registration Act. Right. No, you should be rounding them up.
Exactly. It's like getting rid of them. Like, I want action. I don't want to put another paper out. I want action. I want to do something, which he shows in the next one, which we'll be talking about. Mm-hmm. What's up, Phantom? What do we think about this first episode?
This was a good episode. I would say a 9. Only reason why, because they didn't kill Karen.
Oh, you want Karen to go? Brutal.
Yeah, what? She gotta go.
Whatever did she do to you?
Right? Where's the hate?
You know why? Because I'm still getting PTSD from freaking True Blood. She was annoying in True Blood, and she gotta go in Daredevil.
Pinche
I
cabrón.
love True Blood. This is a great episode. It was a great series.
You know what?
Fantastic.
I'm not gonna hold you on that because I too have had beef with the face of actors if I saw them in a role where they were an outright evil cunt. So
was
yeah,
amazing.
I get it.
She wasn't evil. She was amazing. She was a sweetheart.
Nah, she was annoying teenage brat.
Yeah.
I loved her. She was awesome. Oh, as usual, we got just a couple questions on this one. See what everybody remembers. If you know
Oh,
these,
my notes.
Not right, not enough. I don't have no DJ notes down.
If we know these later, we're watching later. Put them in the comment section down below. Oh, what corner did this episode open up on?
10th Avenue West 51st Street. Let's go next.
Hell's Kitchen, baby.
No, don't ask me. I was ready. Who was retiring? What retirement party did they go to?
Cherry was retiring from the force.
Absolutely, 100%. Oh, knocking them out too easy. How much of the force did Karen say had retired in the last 2 years?
30% in the last 2 years.
Oh, you said I already knew that one was coming
See,
too.
bro? Mm-hmm.
What's the name of the bar that they went to drink to? What's the name of
Josie's.
that bar?
Oh, what's her name? Yeah, Josie. That's right.
I was like, I knew you both knew that one. What law firm did Foggy used to work for?
He used to work
Go
at
to
Hogwarts. And
Hogwarts.
no, I did not. I said Hogwarts.
Jerry's last name, Hogarth. Yeah,
Was
yeah.
it Chow
Hogarth.
and Benowitz?
Yep.
What is it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hogarth, Chow,
There
and
you go.
Benowitz. Nailed it. Oh, you guys are killing it. How many people did the news say were running for mayor?
There
3.
were
Well, two initially, but Fisk came in at the last minute as an independent run.
Not even close.
But no,
it was like less than 15 candidates,
Huh.
wasn't it?
was it 10?
No. It was not. But that's like a technical one. You almost got me. I technically no. But we're going to give it to you anyway. It was not less than 15. It was 15. And actually, they had kind of a trick question there, too, because then Fisk jumped in right after that. So technically, it would be 16. So it would be more than 15. Close enough. We're going to give you that one since you're doing so well already. Oh, what is Foggy's real name?
Franklin Foggy Nelson.
Oh, my God. Franklin Nelson. Absolutely.
Yeah, his mom calls him Frank, I think.
Yeah.
AK can bring this one back. What city is Karen staying in now?
Oh shit! Did she say the city?
Yeah,
San Francisco. She said Cali. Was it San Francisco?
100%.
There it is. Yeah, that city that Charmed is in.
I mean, question like, wait a minute, I know Francisco ain't a state. Hold up.
Right, yo, you know what? Yeah, that's it. That's headcanon for Karen right there. She's not over there just working with She-Hulk and whoever else might be over there. White Vision, I think we're gonna see him over there. But also the Charmed ones, if y'all remember, are in San Francisco, and I think they should absolutely, definitely cross into the MCU.
We'll see. How many signatures did Fisk need to have his name put on the ballot?
2,500.
25,000.
Or 25,000. Yes.
Where did Matt get sent unknowingly to have a blind date?
He was sent to
some damn diner. I don't remember.
Manhattanville Cafe.
Manhattanville Coffee.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna give it
3:30. Had 3:30.
Hey, since you got 3:30, we're gonna definitely give it to you. You got the time too. There he goes.
Nice.
What's the name of Matt's firm?
It's Murdoch and McDuffie.
Oh my goodness, too good, too good.
Of Matt's wait, you said of his room?
No, the law firm.
Oh, his firm. Okay.
Yeah. And funny, she was gonna go to the other firm that Foggy was gonna go to like right afterwards, but apparently
how did he talk her into coming to this one?
Yeah, I mean, it seems like she's a down to earth chick, and I mean, from the little bit that we saw anyway, Foggy absolutely had his eyes on very quality women throughout this season. So, yeah, I like seeing their interactions.
Matt asked that specific question. How did I get you to come here? What'd she say?
Is it something like Foggy said?
What?
No, Matt asked Kirsten. He said, "How did I get you to come here?"
Yeah, I don't know this one.
There we go. I should have made that. That wasn't even a question. It just made me think of it when she was talking about that. That's funny. If you know the answer to that, put that in the comment section down below. What did Matt say to Kirsten to make her come to his work with him in the firm? Oh, when asked, where did Matt say he was from?
Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah, the street name or the street number that you had said in the beginning, I believe.
It wasn't in the beginning, no. But yeah, he said
it wasn't.
No, but he did. He said 2 street names, which were numbers, and then she replied.
Yeah. When he was talking to the old girl,
he replied, or she replied, "Oh, Hell's Kitchen." Anybody know the numbers? Put those down there. Oh, we got them stumped. Finally, we got. I can't ever.
Yeah, I don't remember that one.
We know that one. Put it in the comment section down below. What sandwich shop in Queens does Matt like to visit?
Becky's Diner.
Something with a B.
Incorrect.
It wasn't Becky's Diner. Hold up.
It wasn't Betty's or Becky's.
No, they both said they missed it. They both missed that one, but that's not when he was talking to a girl. What he said when he goes to Queens, there's only one reason he liked to go to Queens, and it was to visit a sandwich shop.
Oh yeah.
Oh, was it South Chris Charlie's?
Yeah, there you go.
Blasphemy, sir. Nah, Jake. 1,000 points from Hufflepuff. Absolutely not.
I was going to ask you guys, is that a real place? Do you know anything about that?
I know there's a bunch of like Charlie's sandwich places, so it's like, let's see.
No, I think you may be thinking about Charlie's steakery with the cheese steaks, but I'm fairly certain that is an establishment that exists.
Feel it. Where did Matt go to high school? This is a deep dive.
That's a very deep cut.
Yeah.
They were saying it. You pretty much had to have the subtitles on, and they said it right as the scene was going off, like real quiet.
Oh, it does exist. It's a deli.
Oh, nice. Sweet. Anybody knows that one? Put it in the comment section down below. Where did Matt go to high school? What is Bullseye's real name?
Donald something? Oh, damn. What is his little name?
I think Nerd.
Damn, Dexter,
Benjamin, Leonard,
something,
there
it is. See, I knew there was a Dexter in there.
Oh, 2 more. What number mayor was Wilson Fisk elected?
112.
Oh, look at fandom just back on track, killing it.
112, Cupid,
absolutely killing it. And last but not least, who was Vanessa cheating on with Fisk?
I don't remember his
Xavier.
name.
What's that?
Xavier.
She cheating with Professor X?
No. It's funny you have Xavier written down. Why do you have Xavier written down?
I don't know. That's the thing. I was like, is that the reason I wrote his name down?
That is 100% the answer of a question that did not get answered. I'll tell you that.
Shit.
He's like,
so that's the high school. The high school.
100%. That's the high school.
Why didn't I write the high school down? Shit, I just wrote Xavier. Oh my god.
Oh damn.
He's like, I had the answer. I don't even get credit for it. Oh, that is too good. Too good. Oh, that's it. Last but not least, if you guys know the answer, let me know. Who was Vanessa cheating on Fisk with? Put that in the comment section down below. And on that note, we're going to keep it moving on to episode 2.
BRB continue, but I need to visit the loo.
Oh, all right, we're going to keep it moving right here, and we will see you in a second. Oh, Daredevil Born Again, Season 1, Episode 2. This one's simply called Optics, and this week opens up with Fisk addressing New York on New Year's Eve and telling New Yorkers that they're tough and they can take care of themselves. And I love the tie-ins that they were given right there, like connecting this series to like the broader Marvel universe, talking about we don't need a gun-toting vigilante or a clown in a spider outfit or a guy who wears devil horns to save us. Just letting us know that this indeed is totally tied into the rest of the Marvelverse.
Man, why he disrespecting Spider-Man? He just envious that he can't swing through the freaking whole New York City too. And they even mentioned Doctor Strange. Granted, he's in the excuse me, like the whole I forgot what is it, those dimension whatever with
he's kind of gone
face
into the dark.
But still, he doesn't mention Doctor Strange. Who else is in New York City? Oh my gosh. So yeah, can't remember any others right now, but yeah.
That was pretty sick.
Oh, so you still see the freaking they still play that Steve Rogers play?
Oh, I didn't even see that. Was that in the
Broadway.
background?
Yeah, I was like, oh my gosh. I know if DJ saw, he's probably gonna crack at it because he loved Hawkeye.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah. Was that so when they're in Times Square? Was that one of the billboards?
Yeah.
I was so concentrating on something else in that picture. I missed that. That's funny. That's hilarious. Then we see a seemingly innocent everyday citizen making his way down to the subway when he encounters two men roughing up another. And when he intervenes, things go south quickly with these two men coming after him, and one ends up falling into the incoming train, which instantly just wipes him out. The other one quickly rises up from the ground, gun in hand, claiming NYPD.
I knew that was gonna happen the moment he was killed. I'm like, yo, please tell me he was not an undercover cop or something. And lo and behold, he took out his freaking gun. I'm like, oh, come on now.
Brutal, just brutal.
No, if his friend would not have tripped over his own 2 feet in that battle, there wouldn't be no case.
Right? No,
and you're not real New Yorkers. If you're like making a tussle in a freaking subway station, you don't do it near the freaking subway tracks. Like, come on now.
Exactly.
They don't even have to be coming. You just hit the wrong rail and things could go south real quick. Like,
right.
What are you
Yes,
doing?
and that's the thing. If you stand on one rail, it does not have the same effect. You're relatively safe. But the minute you stretch and you put your foot on the other one, nah. That is an immediate reaction.
Well, that man never got to the rails. He just got splatted and took a ride like a bug on a windshield.
Mm-hmm.
My goodness. I mean, my thing is, I know you want to be the good guy, but these two obviously were down there up to no good. So why trust the situation? Like, you're the white tiger, for fuck's sake. Snatch that gun from that cop and bounce. Like, you know this isn't going to end well for you. Why did he just sit there and let himself get arrested, Phantom?
Repeat that?
The white tiger, like, he's down there. The one cop's dead. You obviously know they're down there up to no good. One of them ends up dead, and this other guy like pulls a gun on you now, claiming to be NYPD. Like, why didn't you say that earlier? Like, obviously these are dirty cops, and this isn't going to end well. So he should just snatch that gun and bounce. They would have never known who he was.
Yeah, that could be true though. Yeah. But I think at that point, it's like it's sort of similar to like DareDevil in a way, where it's like he crossed that line, he killed someone. So now in a situation where he didn't kill someone, but because he was caught, like in the whole situation, it's like, well, there's like no way I can get out of this. So then he just like gave up at that point.
I wouldn't. I'd been gone. That guy didn't know he was a white tiger. He wouldn't have never been able to pick him out from Adam. Like, he should have just taken that gun, knocked that cop down, and bounced and been out. Like, you guys down here doing dirt. Like, yeah, this is on you. I'm out.
They identified him though. If he had a mask on, probably been a different story. But you had the mask off, and this ain't invincible.
What you think they had cameras down there that would have saw him? I mean, like I said,
the officer like saw him though.
Yeah, but it's one of a million other people in New York. How's he ever going to find him again? He wouldn't know where to start looking.
Yeah,
that'd have been tough. I mean, he
also cameras too in New York City, so
yeah, maybe. I don't know, that's tough. Could be. Jake says Kingpin was a common enemy of Spider-Man in the comics, but they never made him a big bad in the Spider-Man movie. You think now that they're crossing over that's definitely going to happen?
Almost definitely, especially now with the whole like name dropping of Spider-Man and shit. Like, they have to.
Yep.
That's going to be when they start tying all that in. I'll love that. Oh, tell them
moment of silence for that the White Tiger actor. He passed away.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's right.
Right before the show like premiered.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep.
Oh, that's terrible. Yeah, definitely. Rest in peace. Telling Fisk about their daily schedule, his chief of staff notices his scraped knuckles. Like, obviously he had just recently beaten somebody, and if she didn't even really flinch at all. Like, I don't know. Did she make sure his number 2 was A-okay with dealing in gray areas? What do you think, AK?
I think she's absolutely skilled in gray areas. So yeah, I agree. That's exactly what happened.
She saw them bloody knuckles and did not miss a beat. Just kept going on with the daily schedule. Like, no, she didn't see nothing. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
And then he's sitting there saying he's not doing anything. Obviously he is, unless he's just beating up concrete walls, which I don't think he is. Like,
I think he's beating up concrete walls though.
You do?
Yeah. For me, At one point, I'm like, is he just seeing this himself,
What?
or is she actually seeing it?
No, I think she's actually seeing it. They showed it from
And if
her.
so, he's probably just like punching the walls. Because again, like he probably wants to kill the guy who's like sleeping with Vanessa, but his new self is like, I can do that. I'm a changed man. So I think he's just like punching the wall.
So you're buying the Fisk readjustment. All right. We hear Fisk tell Vanessa his love for her conquers all, and later he's told her like lack of involvement in his campaign is hurting him, like with traditional voters. So I don't know, is his adoration for her like true love or just a necessity for getting himself to the next level that he wants to achieve? What do you think, AK?
Is it? I feel like it could be a blend of both.
You think that he really does love her like more than anything in the world? But I don't know. I mean, he does. He's a psychopath, and psychopaths don't know what true love is. So I just feel like she's just the ends to a means, and how he needs to get.
No, I
Mm,
think he does know what true love is, and that is thanks to his mother. So I think he absolutely does want to go to these go in and try to fix what's happening. And so he still has this idea of Vanessa in his brain, and he wants to get back to that, but I think he's failing to realize that he has to account for all the changes that have happened in between, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah, you can't just pick up and go and think things are going to pick up right where they left off. Like you've been gone a minute. And as we know, timing
because
is
he wants to be like his father. Like he wants a wife, Vanessa, but then it's like, right now it's a bit rocky. His father's gonna go into politics. Right now, you're the mayor. And then he kind of wanted, a legacy, but then, Echo didn't work out.
Did she shoot you in the face? So sick.
They both kind of have anger issues. So funny, like he doesn't want to be like his father, but in reality, he's kind of like turning into him.
Or worse.
He's not turning. He's already there.
Timing and everything in life is, as luck would have it, Matt just happens to be at the precinct talking with another client at the same time Hector's in the back getting tuned up by other dirty cops. And he heads back and tells them like he'll represent him, even though Hector told him he can't afford it. Of course, Matt tells him, don't sweat it. This will be a pro bono thing. And I instantly wondered, like, how long until these two realize who the other one is? So we already saw that. Go ahead.
No, we saw for Matt how that went down, and for it to go the other way around, I don't know that he would get enough context clues to make that assumption.
You don't think he ever figures out that Matt's Daredevil?
No,
at least not this season, unless something like super outlandish happens and he has to go to Matt's house or something to try to recover, and Matt's there in the suit when he gets there. Otherwise, I don't see a reason it needs to change.
Like I can see him failing a court case, and eventually he might say, "Hey, by the way, I'm Daredevil," or he ends up landing, and he might reveal it to him later on. But I think possibly in the past, like Daredevil and White Tiger like worked together. I'm thinking that's why he was like, "I know there's something's off," or so there's something he's concealing. I'm guessing because of his senses, he probably like said something.
Oh yeah, he's a human lie detector.
That's how he knew. Not just the lie detector part, but something he knew something he probably knew him before. That's how I took it. That's like why he told Cherry to dive deep more.
Well, he can tell. He's like he's innocent, and Cherry's like it doesn't look like he's innocent, and except Matt said, except he is, and I can tell he is. Because he can hear the heartbeat, he can see the way they breathe, he can watch the Adam's apple flex. Like he can tell all the signs when somebody's lying or holding something back, or because when he lies, his heart starts beating faster than that. So, like, I mean, he's basically just a superhuman lie detector. So he knows this guy's holding something. He just didn't know what it was. But yeah, I don't know. I just figured it might turn into something like, oh, you don't know what it's like, or you're this. He's like, I know exactly what it's like. I'm Daredevil. Like something like that situation breaks out. But who knows? Out sitting in traffic, what we were talking about earlier, Fisk decides it's time to flex some mayoral muscles, and he tells the construction workers that are quit sitting around and fill this hole that's holding up traffic. And it also seems so simple, but I just have a feeling that little hole is going to turn into like a whole mountain of problems for Fisk.
Yeah, pretty much. Because even then, it's like I think there's a reason why construction workers need a permit before
Yeah.
they start working on certain things, just in
Exactly.
case. So when in the moment I'm like, yeah, but then at the same time I'm like, wait a minute, maybe
Exactly.
there's a reason why they can't just like see a pothole. Let me start working on it.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I just thought that was just way too convenient. Like the foreman said they were waiting on some permit. I'm guessing the holdup was
Mhm.
somebody was fleecing somebody else, which is what's usually going on. And now that it's already done, somebody won't be getting their bribe money. So that's going to be a problem for somebody, depending on who that somebody is. And I'm also guessing that it's a tad illegal to build anything in New York without a permit. So, yeah, I just think this is going to blow up in his face. He'll get some credit in the short run, but it's going to be a
To me,
problem.
according to Invincible, Eve said like she needed like permits and stuff for the treehouse and crap. So yeah.
Family
Wait,
member.
where was Invincible in New York?
What's that?
Was
The what?
Invincible like mainly in New York, or am I tripping?
I don't think they're in. Are they in New York
Um,
or Chicago?
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, wow. That's a good question. I thought it was Chicago for some reason. I didn't think they were in New York. But yeah, I don't know. That's crazy. Matt has his first day in court, and it does not go well. They're like simply there to request bail, and before Matt even got to speak, bail is denied. And at first, it looked like there's no way that Hector is about to receive any kind of sort of fair trial whatsoever. But I don't know. Was it fair for Hector to give Matt that snarky remark, like, "Oh, I'm in good hands, huh?" Like, sir, you are on trial for cop murder. Like, let's be a little reasonable in our expectations. Huh? I thought that was a little brutal.
Yeah, he should have gave like excuse me, gave at least Matt like, come on now. It's like you just said, cop died. This is gonna be a tough case.
Yeah, like you want to be that snarky and be a smartass to the guy that's basically got your life in his hands. Like you might want to be on Team Matt here for a minute, give him a little moral support, not be an asshole. I just thought that I was like, what? Come on, guy, what do you expect? But BB from the BB report has been playing Daniel a bit for the inside access to Fisk. And like I said, is she really just using him, or does she actually have a shot at hooking up with her? Like, did she? Because she did say that they could be friends with political benefits. I'm just not so sure that means what he thinks it does. So I don't know. Are BB and this guy gonna like hook up and be friends with benefits, or just hook up for political benefits?
Hell, she could hook up with me for anything. That's all.
mm.
You like the cutie. What's up? Do these guys end up dating, or is it just going to be to hook each other up politically?
I think it's just
Not
to line up
politically.
politically. They're
Nothing.
gonna do what needs to be done, no matter what.
She gets an interview, but is taken back a bit when Fisk reveals he knew her uncle by name. And as shocked as she looked, was that proud that the mayor knew who her uncle was, or fear seeing that this man won't be as easy to take down as I hoped? Like, whose side is she really on, fandom? Like,
The
is she
people,
undercover there to
not
take down
this.
Fisk? What's that?
No, she's for the people.
So it doesn't. She's not on a side. She's just to see it there to see if he's real or not.
I mean, she pretty much knows. She just like there, just like almost said like, hey, you know who I am. Obviously, I know who you truly are. She's
Because
not buying
Fisk,
the bullshit.
yeah, Fisk said he
She
didn't.
even ends it with the whole like, "Oh, where's your wife?"
Well, he was like, yeah, he didn't
Mm.
say like she was on our side from the very beginning. He just said she's the only one that took us serious from the very beginning. That doesn't mean at all that she was on his side. But they kind of made it sound like that the way they wrote it. So I don't know. That'll be an interesting thing if she twists on it. If she's there to try to help bring him down. What do you think, AK? Is she just there to report, or does she have some other motives?
Hold on, real quick. I'm sorry. My computer just totally glitched.
Uh-oh.
I had to. I don't know how it sounds to everybody else, but for me, you were like very robot-y.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I'm good on my end.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything. But yeah,
Yeah.
I was just saying, do you think BB's there just to report to the people, or does she have some ulterior motives?
Both. I think it's absolutely both. She wants to look into her uncle's case, I think, and bring whoever may be involved to justice. But she also has a bit of a revenge plot. I don't know exactly what it's going to be, but I'm watching her very eagerly to see when the other shoe drops.
Speaking of revenge plot, at a book signing, Heather meets some disturbed looking gentlemen, and one is a kid claiming he needs help. And I'm sure I've just seen too many movies, but to me, this kid is definitely going to end up trying to kill her at some point. Or am I just Hollywood tainted, Phantom?
Wait, kill who? Kill who?
When Heather was there signing books, that little kid comes up and he's like, I need help. And I'm like,
Oh yeah, the guy like almost looked like a young Jeffrey Dahmer.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, is this kid not absolutely going to end up trying to kill her at some point?
Yeah, I think that's like one of the new villains for this season. The way how he just approached, and especially when he looked up saying a mask, I'm like, yeah, one of the new villains. Boy, no, he's like the Merle guy.
Yeah, I was just about to say, what if he's the spray painter guy? That could be it. He could be the graffiti artist. I like that. Ooh, Fisk stops into the dead cop's funeral, and that goes about as well as one would expect. And he doesn't really care. He needed a face-to-face with the commissioner who is not returning his calls. And the commission has no love whatsoever for Fisk, like even going as far as to call him Kingpin to his face. Fisk was like already told, like, lose the cops and lose the city. And I was interested in like how he was going to handle this little problem, but turned out to be all too easy because this guy has some bones in the closet just like everybody else. Like, dude, Fisk gets the upper hand and is 3 steps ahead of everybody at all times. That is insane. Cherry and Kristen show up to talk to Hector's wife and find out they're not doing so well, and she has no interest in going to court to help her husband's case, which, I mean, marital problems are not. Like, the man's on trial for killing a cop, and as his wife, you can't be bothered to show up and sit in the courtroom for a little support. Like, why are you even still married?
But we didn't like see like their like relationship like before, so it's like I was like wondering, like, what's the relationship to the point that you hear that your husband, excuse me, supposedly killed a cop, that you're like, okay, I'm at home. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, I don't
Not
know.
only that though, the freaking like costume was like casually underneath the bed, so I'm like, I'm pretty sure you know your husband's history, doing some good in the city, so.
Well, she doesn't like it. She doesn't like him. Obviously, they talked about that, and she doesn't like him going out afterwards. But yeah, I was like, later, why
But he's not killing anyone though when he's White Tiger. I'm thinking. So
no, yeah, I guess no killing. It didn't seem like it was. It seemed like it's kind of like.
And of all people, a cop. So it's like, like you don't have to support the whole White Tiger thing, but obviously you've been like, wait a minute, husband like dressed up as vigilante, helping out the city. Never killed anyone as a vigilante, and all of a sudden he's arrested for killing a cop. That ain't a red flag
for her.
Yeah, like he obviously didn't do it.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I don't understand. Like, again, why are you even married if you can't go show enough support to just go sit in a courtroom to like be there for him? Like, that's insane to me. And first off, like you were just saying, how are you just gonna have your suit stuffed in a box under the bed? I mean, you don't need to be Bruce Wayne and have a full-on single-window coffin to store it in, but what are you, 12?
At least Spider-Man had it in a freaking closet, like when he had his freaking suit locked up. Come on.
Unbelievable. Like hanging out the side of a box under the bed. I was like, come on, man. Like, who absolutely is a grown man and displaying it at all times is one Mr. Wilson Fisk, though. Like, he played that commissioner for hypocritical trash right out the gate. Like, your raises 0. Overtime minimums 0. Expanded cadet class, yeah, not gonna happen. We have a deal. That man was like, yeah, we got a deal. You do not mess with Wilson Fisk. That's all I'm saying.
And that's the new Wilson Fisk. The old one would have been like, oh, you're resigning? Okay, WAP. you're doing what? WAP. You doing what? WAP. You doing what? WAP. Oh, he fell down the stairs.
Oh, man.
And then he would took a photo, showed it to the next new commissioner, been like, yeah, you don't fall in line, you're gonna follow him.
Exactly. But old girl already told him, you lose the cops, you lose the city, so he couldn't have that. He played it perfect. It's just splendid. I gotta say, I was not hopeful about Matt and Hector like getting a fair trial, but Matt getting the judge to keep the info about the suit from the jurors actually gives me hope he might get a fair trial. That kind of blew me away. I didn't think he'd win that at all.
Spice's not going to actually use that to his benefit.
Who?
In the court case itself. It's like, oh, he wouldn't do this because he's White Tiger. I'm like, yeah.
Well, no, people think that he's a vigilante and he is killing people. It's like just the first time he got caught.
So that's the thing, though. Like, if in the past he's never done it, then all you just need is like the bodega guy. Like, just bringing people like him saying, oh, no, he helped us out. You know, so. That could have been
Yeah, I
beneficial.
guess you had to bring it back. Their whole case was he didn't go down there looking for trouble. And if you find out he's the White Tiger, everybody's going to say he was down there looking for trouble and he found it, and then somebody's dead because of it. Like, that's, I think, the way to spin it. Another one hoping is Fisk. He's hoping to restore his marriage. Like, but I don't know. Is this, again, I can't tell if this is real or because his chief of staff told him his numbers were down with conservative voters. Like,
I mean, with BB saying something about it, it's like, hey, where's Vanessa? I think I was like alarm, like, okay, you have to do something.
That's what I'm saying. Like, is it all just for?
But then again, was that like before the scene where his right hand man went to go visit Matt's girl? Can't remember.
Oh yeah.
So it was almost like it was like they're already planning on doing so.
Vanessa did not sit right down and say relationships between management and the workforce have never been more robust, did she? Like, is she just out there getting dicked down by everybody? Like, is it?
Oh my gosh, you're wrong for that, DJ.
I'm telling, she sat right down. First words out of her mouth. She's like, management and the workforce, like the relationships between management and the workforce have never been more robust, and with a smile on her face. I think Vanessa might be a little undercover freak. I don't know what is happening. But when asked, like, why is he there, Fisk simply replied, because I don't want to lose my wife. So again, what's up, AK? Is that the truth or just the easy answer? Uh-oh. I might have lost AK.
Dang. Yeah, it's kind of like Invincible. I think I miss my wife with him. I don't want to lose my wife.
Replace her with a new wife. Yeah, I think I miss my wife. You think we'll get another Kingpin season? What do you mean?
Kingpin season?
Like just another season with just Kingpin?
Unless he's referring to Echo.
Yeah, right. I might be talking about Echo, right? Oh,
I think that should have been a Kingpin season, honestly. Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, that was a little offshoot of it for sure. Matt sits outside the precinct until he hears they finally suspect that they finally found the suspect that ran from the train platform, and now he needs to go get to him before they do. And luckily he does, and he gets him out of there literally right as the cops were showing up to kill him. And I guess they had a thirst for death because they found out that their guy's not there. So what? They just figure they're going to kill Matt instead? Like, this guy can't catch a break. Like, as soon as he thinks he's out, they pull him back in. But I mean, how bad are these cops, Phantom? Like, okay, this guy's not here. We're killing somebody. Like, what was that?
First and foremost, okay, you're trying to go get the witness. Witness not there, but then you see a blind man. Blind man. He doesn't see your faces, so like, come on now.
Right? How would he even know?
Say he's a lawyer, but at the same time, it's
they
like
say you're the lawyer, but that doesn't mean he would know them. Like,
exactly.
I don't know. Yeah, that was crazy. Just turn around and leave or whatever. And what are they doing? I mean, that whole thing was crazy. But he tried.
They could have came up with any type of excuse. They could have been like, "Oh, we heard a disturbance." Like they could come up with anything. But like, come on now.
Or just say we saw a thing of him running, and we wanted to come see if he's the guy that was on the platform, so he could prove your story right, and just flip it like that. Like they could say. Mm-hmm. But he tried to take the ass whooping, but the cops had to push it, so Matt was left with no choice but to defend himself. And my question is, are these cops dead? Because if so, like, will he just try to clean up the crime scene? Because they knocked some blood out of him, so the evidence of him being there is going to have to be handled one way or another.
Man, it's been I doubt it. Because go back to like the very first scene, how much freaking blood has ever been? And almost not just this first scene. Every freaking season of Daredevil, this man has been losing damn blood. They have yet to identify this freaking Daredevil, so I doubt it. If they did now, it would have been like very weird. That is very convenient that you're now identifying. But they don't even need to, because hell, if Fisk wanted to, he can easily just oust who Daredevil is. But that scene was just crazy alone. Just him breaking the arm and being. Are they even dead? Or are they still alive?
That's my question, man. It's like, are they alive? Because if they're alive, I mean, that's a situation that needs to be handled. And if they're dead, that's a whole nother situation that needs to be handled. And how does he handle it? Does he go through the police? Like, he's not dressed in the costume. So does he try to go through the law? Now all of a sudden he's defending somebody that killed a cop. Now all of a sudden he killed two cops. Like, that's not going to bode well or look good. Like, oh man, that's in a bad place. What a crazy place to end it.
But
Like,
you know what you did see? The freaking Punisher tattoo on their neck.
on the wrist, yeah, and
Oh, it was the wrist of the neck. I can't recall.
yeah, when you had got him up on the thing, you looked down on the wrist and saw it. So, yeah, these are
I
bad.
haven't seen Punisher season 1 and 2, so don't kill me.
I feel it, no biggie. So yeah, that's crazy. I don't know what you think of this episode.
Yeah, I love it too. They both 9 out of 10 for both episodes. They're pretty good episodes.
How are we feeling about the start of the season as a whole? Then 9 out of 10. Both.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it so far. Keep it up. I heard people like say like, "Oh, it's shitty," because like the other season pretty much got like high 90s, and this one started with 80s. I'm like, yo, people, just chill the hell out. Like when Netflix dropped it, they dropped like the whole damn series.
Right.
Like for us, literally, it's the latest doing a couple, and then like 1 and 1, then another couple twos, and another one. So just wait till the whole season ends, then we talk about it. But still, it's still a good season so far.
I can't wait. They just dropped it. It looks like the first one just finished. So I'm excited to check it out and see what happens next, man. I'm into it. I loved the Daredevil the first time around, and I am all in the second time around. I think it's dope. Absolutely loving it. Well, we got just a few more trivia questions. See if anybody remembers anything about this episode. If you know the answers, put them in the comment section. If you're watching later, put them in the comment section down below. What news outlet aired Fisk's New Year's Eve speech?
Let's see. Let's go all the way back to the learning lesson from Invincible. Wasn't it FXN News?
No.
Channel 1? Or was it Spectrum News, New York? New York 1.
Yep, Spectrum News, New York 1. There you go. Absolutely. Well done.
I thought Spectrum wasn't a thing, and then I looked it up. I'm like, oh shoot, Spectrum is a thing.
Oh, really? That's real news out there?
No, it's like how there's Verizon, Cablevision, and
Spectrum. Okay. Gotcha. Cable network. Who is the only man Fisk's father respected?
He respected. What is this? Fiorello LaGuardia?
Oh, there he is. Mayor Fiorello LaGuardia. Nice. What was the name of the cheesesteak spot that Fisk spotted the commissioner's second family at?
Let's see. Damn, do I not have this at? I know it had to be something Charlie's or something. Was it? Or is it? No. D'Angelo's in King Russia?
D'Angelo's. And then he got the next one. That's where it was. King of Prussia is where it was located.
Oh.
Look at him answering questions before they even get asked. My man is on fire. What's the judge of Hector's trial's name?
That I do not know.
We got one. We always got to have one, man. It might hurt my feelings if we get 100%.
I thought it was Hank, but the Hawk. But no, Hawk is the prosecutor. Yeah. I know the cologne that everyone was freaking wearing. I was like, at first I was like, wait a minute, what the hell?
Oh, so good. Oh, so everybody knows his name. Put in the questions down below. 2 more questions. In what apartment did the suspect that ran from the train platform live?
The suspect? Just the apartment number?
Yeah, what apartment number was it?
Apartment 30.
Oh, well done. What street was it on?
Was it 950 West 185th
I knew you
Street?
had that.
That's why I was like, you just have the apartment.
Oh, it's cool. I had that in parentheses. I was like, that might be a bit of too much of a deep cut. But no, he's ready for all of it. He had that. He had it. And last but not least, what was the suspect's name?
Oh, Nikki Torres.
Nikki Torres. Oh, all but one. Woo, you would have hurt my feelings. We got them all, though. Nailed it. But yeah, that's gonna do it for us, man. Absolutely, I'm loving this show. Like, I'm with fandom. 9 out of 10 across the board. I am digging it. I can't wait to see what happened tonight. And
but you know what the commissioner said? He said, what was it? The shortest reign of mayor was 100 days. And he says, I want Fisk to be shorter than that.
Days. He didn't
Wasn't
say
it?
that.
Yeah, he said it was like the shortest reign of the mayor in New York was like 100 days.
A month.
And he wanted like Fisk to be shorter than that.
Yeah.
So I'm curious, how long is Fisk's reign as mayor going to be?
Yeah, I thought he said a month. I was pretty sure he said a month.
No, I thought he said 100 days. So I'm guessing like a month will be. So maybe that's why he wants it to be like a month.
I thought he said a month or 28 days, but I thought he said a month. So yeah, I don't know. I'll have to go back and check that out. But yeah, I thought he said a month, and he's like, my sole mission in life is to make yours even shorter. I was like, ooh, you got some quick work to do. But yeah, I'm pretty sure he said a month. I'm almost positive. That was crazy. Thursday we're going to be doing Invincible. Be going back and doing the finale of Invincible. I'm going to do my best to try to get Invincible done. Might have to write this one and do Invincible and switch it up. But yeah, we'll see. Yeah, because it would be nice to actually switch Daredevils to Thursday just because it give me a little more time to write it. But yeah, we shall see. But yeah, I'm going to try to write Invincible. They'll drop it at midnight. I'll try to write it so we can do that on Thursday. But yeah,
well, let me know because I'm about to watch the new episode of Daredevil right now since it just dropped.
Yeah, definitely, and maybe I'll just write it up tonight, so that's ready to go. So if not, it'll either be the episode 3 of Daredevil or the finale of Invincible. So stay tuned, check it out. Make sure you're subscribed and have that bell clicked, and you will know. Other than that, that's going to do it for us. I hope everybody out there is having an absolutely fantastic week, and it only gets better from here till we see you on Thursday. You guys be easy, everybody. Take care.